No matter where you came from originally, you came to the Valley of the Sun for a whole lot of different reasons, but one of them should be that which there's only one in all the world, the Desert Botanical Gardens. And Kim McCue, you represent as the Chief Science Officer one of my absolute favorite places in the whole Western United States. It really is one of a kind, isn't it?
It's truly one of a kind, and it is known as a point of pride in Phoenix and absolutely deserves that title.
I'll tell you one of the pieces of information that really surprised me in preparing for your visit, and that is that cactus that we are so proud of in Arizona, with all of the different varieties, that they're an endangered species.
Right. So that is one of the pieces of information about cactus that people are least familiar with. Cactus as a family, so all of the species of cactus that occur in the world collectively, are one of the most threatened groups of organisms on the planet.
Right behind coral reefs.
Exactly, exactly.
Well, what causes that kind of endangerment?
So there are many factors that can threaten cactus in their different native habitats, but the one that is the primary driver of these threats, that is the most shocking to people to learn about, is the illegal poaching of cactus from the wild, stealing cactus from their native lands to sell, I will say, largely in the black market.
Other than not doing stupid things like that, is there anything else we can do to help?
Absolutely, absolutely. So what I like to tell people, because cactus are so popular, people of course love to have them in their home landscapes. They love to have them in their houses. And I will tell you, I have little cactus in my house on the windowsills. The key thing is make sure you know the source of the cactus that you are buying. Whether you're going to a nursery here in the valley, or if you're buying these plants online, make sure that it's a reputable source, because one of the big outlets for illegally collected cactus is online, and you should be able to ask the vendor online, where did you source these? Did you grow them from seed? If they say they're from the wild, ask them, can you provide the permit? So that is a major thing that people can do, because the driver of the poaching is the demand for the cactus. So if we make it such that more and more people are asking that question, what's the source of this cactus? Can you assure me that it's reputably sourced? That's going to drive down demand.
Good advice. And listen, as long as we're talking about our friend the cactus,
yes,
why don't you introduce us to a couple?
Absolutely. I love talking about cactus.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with this one that's down here on the floor between us. This is called the living rock cactus, which I think is a great name. And you can see, I think, they're an interesting shape. They're kind of flat against the ground. This is a cactus that only occurs in a small area of Texas. That's it. And this is one of the cactus that are highly threatened by illegal collecting. And in fact, the reason that we have these plants in front of us, these were confiscated from a poacher at a US border trying to smuggle them out of the country. This is one of the roles that the garden fulfills, is we are a plant rescue center. So when plants that should not be crossing our borders are caught by the Fish and Wildlife Service, and they are the kind of plants that we have expertise in, they'll call us up and they'll say, hey, we have these plants, will you take them? And we say yes, and the agreement is that we will care for these plants in perpetuity for their entire lifespan, and we will not sell them. We can propagate them, so we can, if they produce seed, we can take those seed and grow more, and we can use them for educational purposes, exhibiting them.
Before we run out of time, show us another one.
Yes, absolutely. So I love this one. This is the Arizona Hedgehog Cactus. It grows in Arizona and nowhere else in the world. And it is an endangered species. And actually, there are more threats to it now than before because of wildfires, in addition to the pressures of mining in its habitat area and all of the things that go along with that. And so This is an adult Arizona hedgehog cactus. These are baby Arizona hedgehog cactus. These are 3 years old. And so we are, have been involved for many, many years in conservation and restoration of this particular cactus.
But if we go to the Desert Botanical Garden, can we also find out about more kinds?
Absolutely, absolutely. And so as you walk the trails of the Desert Botanical Garden, we have plant labels and we put their conservation status on them. So if you are going by and you look at the plant label and it says endangered or threatened, then you'll know that's yet another. And frankly, it's sad to say there are many of these.
How many different kinds of cactus?
How many different
How
kinds
many different kinds of cactus in the world?
So in the world, there's about 1,800 species of cactus. Yes.
Well, there's only one Kim McCue. Unfortunately, she's ours here at the Desert Botanical Garden. There's also only one of those, and they're waiting for you because they're available to you all the time. Special events going on all the time. Great restaurant at the Desert Botanical Garden here in the middle of Phoenix.